Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our last assembly of this half term. And my assembly today is a bit different because it's a bit of a review of our first half term of 2021. Obviously, it's been really different to what we expected. Usually after Christmas, we come back to school, the decorations are down, and we get started with the new year. But obviously, due to lockdown, we have not all been back at school. We've been doing school at home. But what we're going to do today is we're going to review what we have done and some of the things that have happened over this half term so far. So first of all, obviously we had a really momentous moment globally that happened over these past 6 weeks, and that was the inauguration of Joe Biden as the 46th President of the United States of America. For many, many people, that was such an important moment. And for many others, also the inauguration of the new Vice President, Kamala Harris, was also a momentous occasion. Not only because, you know, she wears amazing outfits like the one she has there, but actually because she is showing us, showing women all around the world, showing little girls all around the world that actually if they dream big, they can achieve it. And she is the first female vice president of the United States, which is an absolute wonderful thing to have occurred finally in 2021. But not only that, she is also the first African American vice president and the first Asian American vice president, showing her background there and how the time for change is here and now. You can see them all there on the steps. So there's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris with their husband and wives, showing and waving in the new year and a turn of events that's meant such a lot for a lot of people around the world. So we've also had the high of that. We've also had the low last week with the passing of an amazing man, Captain Sir Tom Moore. Now, he passed away at the age of 100. He made it to that wonderful age. And I tell you what, sometimes I sit down, and last week I thought about it, and I thought, actually, 9-10 months ago, we didn't even know who Captain Sir Tom Moore was. His family, his friends, they all knew. Maybe people in his local area and his community knew. But actually, all of us here in Southend and in other parts of the country, in other parts of the world, didn't actually know who he was until he made that decision to do something. He decided, I'm going to walk 100 laps of my garden to try and raise a bit of money for the NHS. And £32 million later, he became the Guinness World Record holder for raising the most money for charity as an individual. How fantastic was that? One man who decided to do something at a time when lots of people felt that they couldn't do anything at all, made such a difference. And here he is with the Queen. So think, 9-10 months ago, we didn't know who he was. And now people all around the world have sent their good wishes and their condolences to his family because he has made a difference globally. He's been a vision of hope. And he did an interview with ITV News right at the beginning when he was walking the laps in the garden, saying, I'm just one man. I can't do much. Maybe I'll raise about £1,000. £32 million later, he shows us the power. If we do something, we believe in it and we keep on doing it. Now, something else that's obviously happening is that the vaccine is being rolled out. And just last night on the news, I think they said they've now reached 12 million people in the UK have had their first vaccine against coronavirus. That could be your mums and dads. It could be your grandmas and granddads. It could be people that you know, people that your family and friends work with. So the time for change is happening. We are going to go through this. We're reaching the light at the end of the tunnel. And we're 12 million people have already had their first vaccine to protect them against COVID. How amazing is that? Now, again, people are coming together as communities to help push this forward. And just last week, the first UK Hindu temple opened as a COVID vaccination centre because from talking to people in the community and nationally, they've seen that some communities are very worried about having the vaccine. They're worried about the side effects. They're worried that actually it won't protect them. So this temple has opened their doors as another way to support the community that they live in, to show that actually it is something that you can have done if that's the choice that you make, and hopefully should help to protect you rather than have awful side effects longer down. Our own community is helping with the vaccination process. Here is the Cliffs Pavilion, and I think just at the beginning of last week, they opened their doors as a vaccination centre as well. And people in our community are going there to have their vaccine. Maybe you know people that have offered their help as community workers to aid the vaccine rollout. I have 2 friends who have trained in giving the injections, and I also have some friends who are now being marshals in places all around at the Excel Centre and here at the Cliffs Pavilion, helping to do their bit in that spirit of Tom Moore, that we will get through this if we all work together. At the very root of it, though, I have to say that we are all so proud of each and every one of you, whether you are still coming to school at the moment or you are working at home. We are so proud of everything that you have done, because we know how difficult it is and how much more difficult it's been this time round, because we haven't got the lovely weather and the chance to go outside, which did really help a lot of us in the first lockdown. But we are so proud of everything that you've been doing, all the reading you've been doing, all the work that you've been doing, some of your own ideas that you've been showing your teachers as well to demonstrate how you have learnt new things during this time. It's really not easy, but you have shown our Christian core values of perseverance, of responsibility. You're thinking about others around you. We've had so many of you who have gone down to the SVP shelter at Short Street to give donations to help other people in our community at this time. And all of those things that you are doing to demonstrate our 7 core Christian values are so important in times of difficulty like this one. We also have to say a big thank you to all of your parents who are helping you at this time, who are not only doing their jobs as your mums, dads and carers, but are also doing their jobs. Maybe they are working from home. Maybe they are still going out to work as a key worker. But alongside all of that, they're also taking on the role as your teacher as well as your carer. And for that, we really do need to say a huge thank you for everything that you are doing. Now, we also need to say, remember to take some time for yourself, because that is equally as important at the moment. And there are some things that obviously you can be doing, you're already doing. Now, at the end of this week, we're going to have half term. And I tell you what, we all need next week as just a time to rest and recharge. But when you come back after half term, we will still be in the same situation that we are now. But some things to remember going forward. Some things that have worked for you so far are here. And I want to remind you of all of those, because that's what we hope you to get back into after half term when you're ready to get going and you're learning again. So having a routine is really important. Actually going, right, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get dressed and have my breakfast, and having a routine and how you're going to do your home learning can really be helpful as well. And working out that routine with your parents so they can fit it in between what they have to do as well. Keeping into contact with your friends and teacher has been really different this time. Obviously, we've been having the class Zoom calls, which have been brilliant. All the ones that I've been a part of, I've had a fun time, and I know that you have too. But actually, that's really helped you to keep contact with your friends and with your teacher. As has Class Dojo, because you've now got that you can use and that your parents can use to ask questions, to keep up with your home learning, to post your home learning onto. And you've been earning dojos this whole time as a reward for us to say thank you for keeping up with that learning. Remember, as I've just said a minute ago, take time to do the things that you enjoy. So have a time every day. Remember, we talked about this last week as part of Children's Mental Health Week. Think about things that you love doing. Just because you were doing homeschool doesn't mean everything else goes out of the window. So take 10 minutes to do some Lego. Take 10 minutes to dance around the kitchen. I take about half an hour. I do enjoy dancing around the kitchen. Do some baking, go for a walk, throw a ball around your garden. Anything that you know that you really enjoy doing, do those things and try and be as active as possible. Get those endorphins going, because they really help to lift your spirits. I have to say, the snow definitely lifted my spirits, even though I kind of hate it once all the lovely chunky snow goes and it's just an ice paradise. That's not my favourite time. But yesterday I did enjoy throwing some snowballs at the children. Just having some time to look at something different out the window has definitely been exciting. I have to say, my 2 cats, Jinx and Jerry, Spent a lot of time at the window looking at that stuff falling from the sky, something different for our animals to watch as well. And what I really want you to remember is that every day is a fresh start. Some days are easier than others. Some days you wake up feeling, yep, okay, I can do this. Right, and I'm going to get on with my work. I'm going to do my maths. Then I'm going to do some drawing. Then I'm going to help my mum make lunch. Then I'm going to do something with dad. Then I'm going to do my English. You have that routine and everything works out fine. Some days are really hard. Sometimes you might get out on the wrong side of bed. Or maybe your parents have sometimes because it's hard for them too. And some days, maybe you fight with your brother and sister. Some days, maybe everything goes wrong. Some days, maybe you just can't get on with the learning. Your brain's not in that place. That is okay. That's okay if that happens. But what we have to do is focus, be positive, have a smile, go to bed, have a really good sleep. And the next day when you wake up, remember that every day is a fresh start. So just because yesterday was a difficult day doesn't mean that tomorrow has to be. Now, I am very aware, all of our staff are very aware, that for lots of you, things might be difficult. Not just because you're at home all the time, but also because maybe you are in a situation where you have lost people to this awful virus. Maybe you have family members who are in hospital at the moment. So that added pressure is upon all of you as well. Remember, be kind to yourself. That is the most important thing right now. And every day is a fresh start. So there are still things that will be happening, whether at the end of this week or next week, that you might want to start thinking about. Friday is Chinese New Year. It's the start of the year of the ox. Now, Friday is an important day in my house because it's my middle son's birthday. He's often had his birthday on special days. He was born on Pancake Day and now he gets Chinese New Year on Friday. But what you might want to do over the next few days is to look up some facts and information about Chinese New Year. Maybe do some pictures to decorate your house for Chinese New Year. Maybe find out more about the year of the ox. Maybe find out which Chinese New Year animal links to your year of birth. Those are all really interesting. And see if your personality matches some of the traits that come up for your animal. Next week, we've also got two really important days in our Christian calendar. We've got Shrove Tuesday, which I have to say is one of my favourite eating days of the year. Pancakes are one of my most favourite things. And obviously the day after we have Ash Wednesday. So next week we are starting that journey of Lent, starting that time to think about Jesus and the sacrifice that he made. So maybe you want to start thinking about some of those things as well. And those two celebrations might come up in your home learning over the next few days. Obviously, you might link in some of the church services that happen through St Mary's Church or other churches that you may visit over next week in celebration of Ash Wednesday, because that will be a bit different to last year as well. So we're going to have our time now to focus. And I've got a different picture this week. I haven't got my candle like I usually have, but I've got this picture. And pictures like this lift my spirits. They remind me to take time to pause and to think. To take time to think beyond the toys I might have all over the floor and the kitchen that needs cleaning and the pile of home learning that still needs doing. Take time to stop and to think, to be thankful, to be prayerful, to have that moment with God, to ask for help, or to say sorry, or to say thank you. Dear Lord, I pray that you bless me with true happiness and peace in life. From restless mind and anxiety, give me peace. When I suffer despair and lack of confidence, lead me to hope, faith, and trust. Let me awaken each morning with hope for everything that the world has to offer. Guide me to find joy in each day and appreciate the beauty of your creation. Teach me how to touch each soul I meet and be thankful for every person in my life. Amen. take a moment to have a look at some of the words in today's prayer. Which words resonate with you? Are you feeling anxious and so you feel like you need to find some peace? Are you feeling sad and worried and so you need to look for hope and faith? Do you want to take time to find the joy in each day? Look outside at the snowy views you can see there and appreciate the beauty of God's creation. And in the spirit of Tom Moore and all the people that are really trying to make a difference during this pandemic, let's be thankful for them and every person that we meet. So I'm going to play today's hymn, which is one that I hope is going to get you up and excited. It's going to lift your spirits. It's going to make you dance. It's going to make you feel some joy today. Enjoy. So I really hope that you enjoyed that song there. It is about making sure that every step we take in the name of Jesus, that we are sharing our happiness, that we are taking the spirit of hope and faith and carry that with us every single day. What I do want to end assembly with today, I know we've got a few days left until the end of this half term, but I do want to say have a great half term. I want to say a huge thank you to every single one of our St Mary's staff who has not only made me proud, but I hope all of you at home are really grateful for everything they are doing, because they are doing everything you're doing too. So we have got teachers, LSAs, kitchen staff who are doing their jobs, working at home as well as at school, and also doing all those other things, homeschooling their own children, keeping their houses going, all those things that everybody in our community is doing to make sure that we can all flourish and thrive during this difficult time. Take next week as a moment, an opportunity to rest, recharge and reset. Not to think about school, to actually just spend the week with each other, taking some time for yourself, doing the things that you enjoy. Have a brilliant half term. Enjoy the rest of the snow whilst it is still there, but also stay safe in that snow, because I know it's getting a bit slippery and icy out there. But we just want to say we are so, so proud of you and all the things that you have been doing. We absolutely cannot wait to have everyone back together. Hopefully that will not be too long. But stay safe, stay well, and I will see you soon. Bye.